Wildfire smoke plaguing the Susquehanna Valley, prompting a code purple air quality alert when the smoke rolls out and the storms roll back in.
To get produce that's looking like this, people who work on farms have to go out no matter the weather. We'll tell you how they're faring in this hazy and hot heat.
No country.
Reaction to the president's speech about election security. What Secretary of Commonwealth Al Schmidt has to say about whether your vote is safe.
A big check with your name on it and the promise of getting paid hundreds of dollars a week just for driving your car. How to spot the car wrap scam. That's up next.
WGAL News 8 at 6 starts now.
Wildfire smoke from Canada causing very unhealthy air across the Susquehanna Valley. You can see the smoke moving very little in this time-lapse video from our Ephrata Lancaster County Sky Cam.
And take a look at this live picture here from our Harrisburg Sky Cam. Doesn't it look ominous? You can barely make out those mountains in the background there. And we have live storm team coverage of the air quality concerns, and we're also watching the potential for storms tomorrow. Good evening to you. I'm Lori Burkholder.
And I'm Jerry Gesh. The News 8 storm team has both stories covered for you. Let's start with the air quality and meteorologist Ryan Argenti. Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. Jerry and Lori, very poor air quality, unhealthy, harmful air quality across the Susquehanna Valley. Something that I want to briefly show you is the look at the haze that we're seeing across. We're just off of Route 30 here, looking westbound towards this. You can see towards the I would call it a mountain or the hill of trees there. You can barely make out what that is off in the distance, and we have very poor air quality, like I mentioned. Let me show you what that current air quality looks like with our graphic here. You can see unhealthy conditions across the area, looking red to look at this, and you can see the purple starting to move its way into to Franklin, Perry, Cumberland, Adams County is a spot over York County right now, over York City. Harmful air quality across the area, and that is what prompted a code purple air quality alert across the area. And it's not just locally here in the Susquehanna Valley, towards the Philadelphia metro area, towards the Delaware Valley, towards the Lehigh Valley, also towards Pittsburgh, towards State College. This is a statewide issue that the entire area is facing. Now, once we get into early Saturday, we will start to see that air quality begin to improve slightly, but still looking poor as we head into our Saturday. Now, near surface smoke, you can see that the concentration of that smoke remains high through the next several 24 hours here, and it won't be improving until we get into late Saturday. We're going to be looking at that cold front that moves through. We're going to be seeing that concentration beginning to go down as we head into our late Saturday along with a cold front. But when we trade off that smoke, we trade it off for the chance of some storms as we head into our Saturday. And for more on that, here's meteorologist Ethan Houston. Ethan.
Thank you very much, Ryan. As the smoke moves on out, the threat for severe weather moves on in as a different air mass starts to move back into the heart of the Susquehanna Valley. And what we have to look out for is the threat for strong to potentially severe thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. The window is from 2 o'clock until midnight, but the best chance for these scattered showers and thunderstorms will be between 4 o'clock and 10 p.m. Unfortunately, the highest threats will be damaging wind gusts and flash flooding, similar to what we saw during the 4th of July. I don't think it's going to be as widespread of a problem, but it's still a high threat. And there is also a chance some storms could produce some hail and brief spin-up tornadoes. Here's a look at the storms off to our west, back over Ohio and Indiana. All of that moisture and storm energy is working its way to the east, but the smoke has to move out first, and the intensity of the storms is really going to be dependent on how much smoke is still overhead. If we still have lots of smoke, that could hinder storm development tomorrow afternoon. 82 right now in Lancaster, 84 currently in Harrisburg, 83 in Dover. Temperatures will be slow to cool because of the harmful air quality, that thick plume of smoke still overhead through the night tonight. But as the smoke moves on out, temperatures rebound to the mid-80s, and then we'll have the higher moisture and the higher potential for strong to severe thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. That's why tomorrow is yet another alert day. Now, the storms will move out tomorrow night. This will lead to a more comfortable and calm Sunday. I'll talk about that and when's the next best chance for showers and thunderstorms early next week, coming up in just a few minutes.
Oh, it was a good move.
A family tried but understood when they went to play mini golf at Boulders in West Hempfield Township, Lancaster County. Boulders owners decided to close for the safety of their guests and team.
And a lot of people's outdoor activities are being impacted because of the smoke.
And AJ Sisson continues our storm team coverage in Harrisburg with the impact on a lot of people.
I can smell it, and it's so hazy.
Businesses in Harrisburg moving to indoor operations because of the smoke.
I just can't believe how bad it is. I always thought everyone was exaggerating. They're really not.
The city canceling all events Friday due to weather conditions, saying in a Facebook post, please use caution if spending time outside today.
People with asthma, lung disease, people with cardiac problems, elderly, certainly they're going to see the worst effects.
Penn Future's Rob Altenberg, with 22 years of air quality forecasting at the Department of Environmental Protection, put this air monitor in his window. It's called Purple Air. Today, it's monitoring smoke pollution.
This is something that can get deep in your lungs, can irritate your lungs. And in a typical bad air quality day, 2 to 3 days later, you're going to start to see hospital admissions spiking because of respiratory issues.
And up here on the roof of Penn Future's building, this sensor here for Purple Air is what actually measures the air, and it's tucked away from the road so you don't get any pollution from cars or smokers going by. This sensor usually sits in the green and is a part of a nationwide network with several sensors across the Susquehanna Valley. And if you walk by the Capitol, you'll see this one in the window of Penn Future's building.
You want to do what you can to minimize breathing in these fine particulates.
In Harrisburg, AJ Sisson, WGAL News 8.
Dutch Wonderland in Lancaster County announced it was closed today because of the poor air quality. A spokesperson says all tickets dated for today will be valid on any other day this season.